Dennis Weber here from Friday Night Thunder, and week number 3 of the Tennessee High School football playoff season provided lots of exciting memories and performances. But at the end of the night, the field of 200 teams that were still alive at the beginning of November has been trimmed to 28. Let's get you caught up in the Friday Night Thunder statewide playoff rewind. Division II teams played semifinal games on Friday, and the Blue Cross Bowl participants are decided. In Class AA, MUS roared back from a 23-0 deficit to get an exciting 46-45 win over visiting Brentwood Academy. Wide receiver Devin Perry led the Owls offense with 7 receptions for 254 yards and 3 touchdowns. In the Music City, Innsworth got their 4th straight win over their West Nashville rival MBA, 35-7. Corn Elder finished the night with 284 yards rushing on 25 carries and 3 touchdowns. That sets up a Blue Cross matchup between MUS and Innsworth in Cookeville on the 29th. In Class Single A, ECS got a 27-20 double overtime win over St. George's, ending Griffin's state title defense hope. ECS evens its record at 6-6 on the year and will face Knox Webb in the Blue Cross Bowl on the 29th as well. Webb got 5 first-half touchdowns, including 3 via the air from quarterback Jack Grayson, as they boat raced DCA 44-0. Division I teams competed in the quarterfinals on Friday night as the Final 8 got trimmed to the Final 4. In Class 1A, Coalfield's Addison Bible got 212 yards rushing on 33 carries as the Yellow Jackets outlasted Greenback 34-31. Gordonsville got 2 late touchdowns from quarterback Peyton Watson to slip past a scrappy Eagleville team 28-13. In the Battle of Cinderellas, Nashville Christian got 212 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns from Philip Booker as they earned their first ever semifinal berth, outlasting resurgent Collinwood 42-35. They will travel to take on Huntington next week. Huntington got an impressive 35-6 win over West Carroll. In Class 2A, Boyd Buchanan quarterback Jim Cardwell rushed for 161 yards. He passed for 89 yards, and he accounted for 4 of the 5 Buck touchdowns in a 35-13 win over Knoxville Grace. Friendship Christian quarterback A.J. Long threw for 233 yards and 5 touchdowns in the Commanders' 49-12 win over Marion County. Also in 2A football, Adamsville blanked visiting Loretta 24-0, and Dresden ended the season for the Golden Tide as they topped Peabody 34-7. In Class 3A, Elizabethton got a touchdown in the first overtime period after holding Sullivan North to a field goal, sealing the 41-38 overtime win. In the big game in Alcoa, CAK stopped a 2-point conversion attempt from Alcoa with 1:40 left in the game to hold on to a 38-36 win. Mr. Football finalist Charlie High threw for 374 yards and 3 touchdowns as the Warriors looked to win their second straight Class 3A football title. CPA ended Cheatham County's perfect season with a 37-21 win in Ashland City. They will face Milan next week as the Bulldogs from Bullitttown shot down the Bulldogs from Centerville. In Class 4A, Knox Fulton got 3 touchdowns and 172 rushing yards in a 35-13 win over Livingston Academy. At the Brickyard in Pulaski, Giles County got a late interception from the Sundrop Badger, Mr. Kenton Baker, to secure an exciting 22-16 win over East Hamilton. Liberty Magnet scored the go-ahead touchdown with 50 seconds remaining in the game to give them their first lead of the contest and erase a 17-6 halftime deficit to shock White House 27-23. Out west, Covington moved to 13-0 on the year. They got a 23-18 win over Trezevant. In Class 5A, the Panthers of Powell mauled the Vikings of Tennessee High in the 4th quarter en route to a 31-10 win. Columbia spotted Ooltewah 2 first-quarter touchdowns and a 13-0 lead before rolling up 31 straight points to ground the Owls 31-13. The Lions' defense held the Owls to 37 second-half yards. Beach's Jalen Hurd finished with 24 carries for 132 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Clarksville Northeast Jalen Reeves Mavens had 337 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns in Beach's 44-43 win over the Eagles of Clarksville Northeast. Jackson Northside stopped Ridgeway inside the 10-yard line in the 4th quarter to hold on for a 45-42 win in 5A. And finally in 6A, Maryville continues to roll as they overcame 3 first-half turnovers to scalp the Indians of Dobbins and Bennett 41-20. Trenton Schuler led the way for the Rebels with 170 rushing yards on 12 carries. In Murfreesboro, Siegel defeated Riverdale 33-20 to beat the Warriors for the second time this season, but may have lost their leader and Mr. Football finalist Britt Stockstill in the process with a possible knee injury. A Saturday MRI will help determine if he can play in the semifinals. Mount Juliet built a 17-0 halftime lead and coasted to a 31-20 win over Brentwood. The Golden Bears were led by running back Contrez McCarthy, who piled up 250 yards on the night. And in the land of the Delta Blues, running back Mark Dodson had another monster game for Whitehaven as he scored 4 touchdowns in the Tigers' impressive 52-7 win over Germantown. That does it for the Friday Night Thunder Playoff Rewind for the 3rd week of the playoffs. You can see all the scores from Friday night by checking out our scoreboard, available on our website, FridayNightThunder.com. Also available is a link to our YouTube page where you can hear our interviews from Friday night with the coaches. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Get out and watch a semifinal game on Friday. Follow Friday Night Thunder throughout the rest of the playoffs on Facebook and Twitter. This has been Dennis Weaver for Friday Night Thunder.